You can hear me now. That's better, isn't it? Oh, now why was that? Oh, hang on. Yes, I think I know why. Just a moment. Desktop audio. Do we want that on or off? I'll leave it on. Or shall I turn it off? 1 minute. Off. Does that make any difference? There we go. Yes, sorry, gang. I was doing something on here yesterday. Good morning to you. It's Saturday, the 11th of April, 2020. Welcome along to our little chat show this morning. Sorry, I was doing something on the computer yesterday and I had to change some settings. Basically, the local church near me, not the nearest one to me, but the one that I go to, the Corpus Christi in Wokingham, for their Good Friday service, they're now streaming their stuff on Facebook Live, which is great, but I can't put Facebook Live on my telly downstairs. There doesn't seem to be a way of streaming it from the iPhone to the telly. There's something called Miracast or Miracast, something like that. Anyway, I set it up on the phone and on the telly. I couldn't get it to blooming work. So yesterday, what I thought I'd do was try. I'm going to be a bit technical here. It's all right, just for a minute, only for a minute. I thought I'd try getting the Facebook Live video into my broadcasting software, which I'm talking to you on now, and then from there setting it onto YouTube, because I can put YouTube onto my telly, you see. And I did manage to get it going to a point. It wasn't perfect, and for some strange reason the picture froze a couple of times, but I think I know why it was freezing. I got the wrong setting for something on, and I managed to get it going. And let me tell you, it's a lot, it's a lot easier watching anything on a large telly than it is a small, whether it be a phone or even like a small iPad. I can't sit there watching something on a tiny little screen if it's more than like a couple of minutes long or something. It does my head in. But we did manage to get it going yesterday, and I shoved that out on the religious music and hymns channel yesterday. All right, so I know one or two of you watched that last night. As I say, it did freeze a couple of times, but it worked. It worked. What I was able to do is capture the window on my computer where the thing was. The trouble is, when you're doing that, you can actually see everything else that I'm doing on the screen. Like you see the mouse moving and me doing various bits and pieces. But once it was up and running, it kind of worked to a point. So I was quite pleased about that. Good morning to Gary Owen. Good morning, Gary. Did you do a show this morning, Gary? Gary does a show every morning. As you do you have many people joining in? I hope you did. Morning, Gary. Jason Hughes just texting in there. And we'll do a few more names while we're here. Mick Davenport, morning. Mandy, Gary Davidson, Gavin Bass, Sean Pye, Rachel Wheatland. Good evening, Rachel. Diane Jebb, Mark Hobbs, good morning to you. Hello to David Fryer, morning. Hello, David. David Fryer, could you add me to the thing? I've sent you an email. David Fryer has sent an email. When did you send it, David? There's no email from you here, please. When did you send that, David? Perhaps you want to try send it again and see what happens. I can't see an email from you, David, anywhere. You're not Dan, are you? There's one from Dan, but that's all dealt with. C. Keenan? That's something else, though. I can't see an email there from you. All right. Try sending that again, or tell me when you sent it, and I can have a quick look there, David. Okay. Mark loves the music. Thank you, Mark. Yes, we've had that music for a few months now. It's great, isn't it? Very powerful. I hope you like the music at the end as well. Here's the music at the end. Little clip of the music at the end for you. Here we go. Listen. Just a little clip for the music at the end there that you may not have heard there, David. Like me bits of music there. Good morning to Bishop Auckland on the Caravan site. I beg your pardon. Morning from Bishop Auckland Caravan site, not the Bishop on Auckland Caravan site. I wonder how many bishops are watching this programme as we speak. Who else is there? LaBelle, morning LaBelle. Your emerald-eyed blue sky are magic. Oh, LaBelle, you captured my heart last night, my dear, with your rendition of the Dreamgirls. And I am telling you, oh, wonderful. Because we had someone who was transing. Going from boy to girl. I'm going back here a long time, 20 years. Her name was Sade. And she did that number in her show. and she used to come on the stage with a big fur coat on, earrings and necklaces and things like that. And she'd come on, right, with holding onto this coat, and I am telling you, and crouching down on the floor and all this. It was blooming wonderful she was. And then when she got to the powerful bits, she'd go, da 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 da, like she'd start throwing things off. Earrings and the coat and everything like that. And if she'd bend down and that, wonderful she was, Sade. Sadly, she overdosed on party type things on her, I think it was her 40th birthday, and we lost her. I went to the funeral in Brighton, and it was amazing, actually. She had an open coffin, which some people were like, oh, open coffin. But that's what she wanted. And you could go up and after the I don't know what denomination it was. One of the Christian denomination. I don't think it was Catholic. Doesn't matter though. Anyway, so after the service, you could go up and touch her or talk to her while she's literally lying in the coffin. You can see them, no lid on there. And her mum went up, and it was incredibly sad listening to her mum chatting away to her while she was up there. And then when it comes to the burial, of course, they put the lid on, they carry it out to the coffin, and they're putting it down in the thing, and a rainbow came out. How fantastic. I mean, what more could you want? A rainbow came out while the coffin was being lowered down there. Wonderful. I mean, really, really lovely service that was. So that was Sade. And whenever I see someone do that particular number, and I am telling you, it always reminds me of Sade. You done so well. I thought it was brilliant last night. Well done, LaBelle. LaBelle's got her own TikTok account. TikTok, we love TikTok. Hours of fun. Flick. Here's the really weird thing. Look. Can I show you? What's the music on this? Because I used the music on one of your TikToks there, LaBelle. I can't play you the music, can I? Because the copyright police will have me. But basically, hang on a minute, turn that off. Turn that noise off. Hang on. Shut up. Hang on. Right, so I've got this one. There's all my TikTok videos, right? Okay, there's all my TikTok videos. Loads of them, right? Now, I'm not led by numbers at all. But it is the weirdest thing, LaBelle, right? So the TikTok video, I think, it's the opening to the Dream Girls. The opening to, the opening to ba 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 that bit, right? The opening to the Dream Girls. And I saw some bloke do it, and he basically just stood behind a pair of curtains, right, and opened them. Now, I'm going to show you this now. It looks really dodgy, that, doesn't it? I didn't realise how dodgy that was. Now, I'm doing that, right, to kind of mimic curtains move, and that's all it was. That's all it was, right? That's all it was, and it's got some music behind it there. That just looks so dodgy, me behind the curtains, doesn't it? And I didn't realise it until my nephew pointed it out, Gary. And I thought, my God, you're right. It does look dodgy. But I did it to sort of mimic, when you're at a stage show and sometimes, not always, you wouldn't see it at the West End, but like an amateur show, and you can see the curtain moving with people behind it. That's why I was doing that. Anyway, and that's all I do. I just appear. Well, blow me down, and I'm not led by numbers, 6,423 people have watched that. How funny is that? All it is someone coming out from a set of curtains. You couldn't make it up. And there's other ones that you spend time and effort on, 200 people watch. It just goes to show you just got to hit the right thing and you never know what it is. 6,000 people. I can only dream of such people, of such numbers watching this programme, I'll tell you that. Right, if you've sent me another email, what was his name? David. It still hasn't come. Where are you sending those emails to? Let me have a look in my spam folder. Nope, not in my spam folder. What's this here? Oh, here we go. I got one of those emails. Chris, your password is... Now, it actually gives my password here. Or what the password I have occasionally used for certain sites. Your password, I know a lot more things about you than that. How? I placed malware on the porn website, and guess what? You visited this website to have fun, and it says, you know what I mean. How much does he want? Oh, $2,000? God, do one, mate. You're having a laugh. Well, you think that worries me? Oh, now that's weird. Now, there is a spam one here. Claire, you've got in the spam folder as well. How strange. Oh, I better check that for... Your one isn't there, though, David. I haven't got your one there. Let's see if it's in the social folder. What's the social folder? Is that it? Nope, not there. There's no email from you, David. What's going on with your emails? There's no email arriving from you. All right, my love. What's that? The blokes want £2,000? Otherwise, he'd tell everyone I've been looking at dodgy websites. Hello? Does anyone not do that? Please do me a favour. Not bothered? Go on. Post my address, if you will. Couldn't care less. Thank you. Good morning to Sabrina, Colin Coates, Diane Jebb. Is that... who else have we got there? Oh, this is jumping all over the place this morning. I loved your tribute to the Dreamgirls. 2, not 1, 2 numbers. Fantastic. You were fantastic in that, I am telling you one. You sent it yesterday. There's nothing arrived from you. Would you send it again, please? Nothing here from you at all. Nothing here. There's the email address again, just in case you need it. All right there, David. Morning to Mari. Good morning, Mari. High Grade Gaming. Good morning to you. Lots of people just here on Saturdays. I've noticed that. Just here on usually Saturdays. I expect you're busy during the week, aren't you? Right. We'll have to scroll down because we're not getting on with anything. Michael Pullman. Morning, Michael. Daniel Woodhouse. A very good morning. It's that show again. Only just. Morning to Dr. Gregorian, George Bond. George Bond has sent a picture of his cakes in this morning, which I'll be showing you, or at least some cooking or baking type things. Morning to Luke Trott. Good morning to you. Right. Daniel, there's Daniel. And there's Claire. Good morning, Claire. Yes, I got your emails. They've gone in the, did I say the spam folder? They've gone in the spam folder. Funny, isn't it? Now, how do I do it? Oh, not spam. There it is. Not spam. Okay. So that's gone in another folder now. But the other bloke, was it David? David hasn't, I haven't got anything from David here at all. That's not arrived. Very strange and mysterious, isn't it? Well, I'm pleased to say the sun has come out because when I got up this morning, it was a bit dark and dismal out there. I thought, oh, we're going to have a bit of an overcast day. Can't complain, though. Can't really complain because it's been quite nice. David, I've got it now. Thank you, David. I now have your email. That's just arrived now at 9:46 a.m. Well done, David. The other one didn't get there. No other email from you from yesterday. But that's got there, so that's all that matters, all right? So don't worry about that, my friend. Yes, the sun has come out today. The sun has come out tomorrow, or even better still today. So it looks like another nice day, boys and girls. Now, it was a lovely day yesterday again. Lovely day. And some of you bought these face masks yesterday. These are not guaranteed at all against bacteria or viruses. They are just for decoration purposes. Remember that, gang? Okay. They may, I don't know. I mean, it's quite thick material. She's got a lining on them. My sister made these. It's got a lining on. I wouldn't be surprised if it does protect you against things, but I can't say that it does because I don't know. I'm not a technical or medical person when it comes to face masks. And I did say we'd wait till Tuesday because that's when the next pickup from my local post box is. Then I thought, well, hang on a minute. And then I thought, oh, well, the delivery office, which is a journey away, it's a journey away, they have pickups all the time. I think even on bank holidays. I'm not quite sure about that. But certainly on Saturdays, I know they have 2 pickups from there on a Saturday. So I thought, well, why don't you go out on your bike? It's about half an hour there and half an hour back. That can be your exercise tomorrow. So I thought, yeah, okay. So I put the 4 envelopes in the back of the bike and jumped on my bike. It was lovely, actually. Hardly anyone around, good, which is good news, But there weren't many people out exercising either yesterday. You see these runners going along all the time, don't you? And which is good. Good. All ages. It's quite funny when you see someone older, no disrespect to anyone who's older, but when you go, and then a young girl or boy comes running back. All the girls have always got bottles of water, haven't they? They're carrying a bottle of water. So I cycled down to the sorting office yesterday, which is in Downmill Road in Bracknell, and I posted my letters there, being very careful not to touch the post box itself. And of course, this sorting of it's kind of in the middle of an industrial estate, and there's nothing open. Of course, it was Good Friday anyway, but businesses do open on Good Fridays, like car mechanical type things and stuff. I wonder if the Toyota is open at the moment in case something went wrong with. Not that it's been out the garage. Car hasn't been out the garage for weeks. I mean, it came out not last week, the week before, when I had to drive up to my mates to pick up some shopping. That's the only time it's come out, for like 10 minutes. Up there and back. And in all honesty, there wasn't much there. I could have gone up on my bike. But the car's not moving. I'm not buying petrol. Happy days. But I'm still paying for the rental of the car. The PEP or whatever it's called. So no bills happening there, but I've got a couple of bills here that are quite large, unfortunately. That and the American Express bill, which has just arrived. Oh, dear me. And the reason that's so high is because I've just had to buy 3 lots of insurance for the properties. But there you go. It's one of those things, isn't it? But it was so lovely and quiet on this road where you would usually see large lorries and trucks and vans going up and down. Nothing. There was me on my bike. That was it. And then while I moved off and I did a picture of myself on the bike. I meant to use that as the sort of advertising picture for today's show. I forgot it was on my camera. But I took a picture. Oh, I look ever so butch. Yeah, look, I took a picture on the bike yesterday. Hang on a minute. There you go. I look ever so butch on that. Don't I look butch on that bike? Hang on, how's that work? Oh, I can't get it round. There you go. Don't I look butch on that? Look. I look like an actual workman. I look like I should have gone around. I should have stopped and swore a bit. Perhaps lit up a fag and stood around a hole in the road or something for a while. So I did a couple of pictures a little bit further along. And while I was doing it, I heard a motorbike behind me. And he bumped up onto the pavement and he was delivering some letters. Or it might have been a girl, I don't know, I didn't see under the hat. Delivering some letters in the letterbox. And that was it. And I thought, well, I'll go home now. And I thought, no, I'll go for a little cycle. So I kind of went around, had a little ride around the industrial site. Tile shops and this, that and the other. None of them open at all. So lovely and peaceful and quiet. I love it. I mean, long may this lockdown continue. May the lockdown continue and no more people die. I mean, what more could you want? As long as we can get our shopping, I'm quite happy like this. I'm telling you that now. God, it's wonderful. Wonderful. But of course, I'm very lucky. I've got a garden. I've got a bike. I can bicycle, old bike. It's old, about 15 years old, that might now. And I can go around here. So I'm lucky that I'm not in a room or a very small flat. And I know some of you are. And it must be incredibly difficult. But I love it. I absolutely love it. So I got back here, done my dinner. That was nice. Oh, I went past Wicks. Wicks was open. I didn't know that was open. Wicks, the DIY place. Sainsbury's Homebase wasn't open. That wasn't open because I cycle past them both to get home again. But Wicks was open, and there was a small queue outside. I suppose of about 6 people, with baskets. Waiting with their big distances between them. I have to say, looked like there were more than 2 metres, but I mean, the bigger the distance, the better, I would assume. They were waiting to get bits and pieces. Funnily enough, there's a couple of stories in the newspaper today. There we are. Now, the Daily Mirror is reporting this in like a selfish type way, but I don't know why. It says, ahead of the Easter holidays, many have been leaving home to visit the Range and B&M stores as police vow to come down hard on those breaking coronavirus rules. So presumably they're still open, the Range and B&M. But B&M, you see, that sells food. I don't know if the Range sells. B&M does sell food, doesn't it? Or at least the one in Skegness does. Selfish shoppers have been seen buying hot tubs, bamboo fencing and light-up trees. I've got 2 lights. I like light-up trees. Have you got a light-up tree? Oh, they're wonderful. They're not very dear. Don't buy them in DIY places. Order them off Amazon. Light-up trees. Oh, they're wonderful. My sister's got a beautiful blue one in her, conservatory. I've got 2 white ones. No, I've got 1 white one which is out the front there, and I've put it on a stick so it's quite high up. Light up. I've got a white one. I've got another tree I sort of put white lights down it, and it all lights up at night. Ever so pretty. Do you like light up things? I love them. Fairy lights. The fence has got all fairy lights around it. It says, people have been seen flocking to B&M and range stores to grab DIY and gardening equipment, ignoring demands to only leave home if they really have to. Soil and sat-navs have also been snapped up, with police now forced to park outside to catch those ignoring government demands to help combat the coronavirus. Thousands of people have signed a petition calling for homeware retailer Deranged to close its doors during lockdown, but dozens of shoppers could be seen taking advantage at the store at one of the branches in West Bromwich, in the West Midlands. And this bloke's coming out there. I don't know what he's got on there. Earth and looks like gardening things there. I mean, I wouldn't take the risk of myself. Forget everyone else. I wouldn't take the risk for myself. You know what I mean? One couple could be seen leaving with a duvet for the bed, while another man walked away clutching bags of compost. Others left with pots of paint and Easter eggs. Now, it does seem a bit odd that these places are open. On the other hand, I suppose really these DIY places, you could argue that you might have an emergency on the house, perhaps a burst water tank. I mean, can you just imagine what a disaster that would be? A burst water tank, perhaps, or a leaking roof. I don't know. Or, a hole, where what's that plastic stuff that goes around sinks and things? You know that stuff, it comes out of a tube and you squeeze, and it breaks. Sometimes it wears. Actually, my sink in the kitchen has got a little bit that's come away like that. And if you don't replace it, the water goes down, doesn't it, and starts getting in places. That plastic white stuff comes out of a tube. What's it called? Can't remember now. Police had promised to crack down on people making trips for non-essential purposes, and anyone caught can be fined £60 for a first offence. So, yes, so they're going to these places. I mean, if you're going to buy a bed or something, I mean, why would you risk going in there? You've only got to. You don't even have to brush against it. Someone's touched something, and then you pick that up. That's it. It's on your hands. I think there's a certain amount of luck involved in getting this virus as well. I do think that, or unluckiness. There are those who've got it and who've been really stupid. Continue to go to parties. Continue sharing glasses in pubs and all this, that, and the other. There are those people that. I mean, it looked like they were going to get it. There are other people who are a bit unlucky. They've been really careful. My mate, DJ Chris, hasn't been out the house for 3 weeks. He's got it. How? Nurse said can come on the post or on your food shopping. So I think there's a certain... And, of course, he's in London. I mean, in North London. Very busy... many people living in a short space. So you've got more chance there, haven't you? I do think there's a certain amount of unluckiness. You might go into a shop, certainly around here. Go into a shop around here, and what's the chances of you getting it? I don't know, really. Don't know. But again, you could pick up, I don't know, half a pound of butter in the co-op. Someone could have picked up the butter that was on top of it and touched the one underneath you who have got it and then passes it on to you. On the way home, you'd go, just have a little scratch in your nose. You watch me. How many times do you touch your face? Doing it all the time, aren't we? Touch your nose or your face or something like that. Get home, wash my hands, wash the shopping, put it all away. You forgot that you touched your face just once on the way back. So I do think there's a bit of unluckiness as well. It's like life in general, isn't it? You can try and give yourself more chance of not getting something, or less chance of getting something. And it's like myself. I'm sure some of you as well. I've tried to make it that I've got as less chance as possible. Now, when I went to the co-op yesterday, Thursday, very early Thursday morning. I arranged that I would get there at like 7:15, 7:30 in the morning when I knew there wouldn't be many people out. I've got in there, 4 people in the shop, done my bits and pieces and come back again. But I could argue really that Did I actually need to go to the co-op yesterday for those potatoes? I could have had rice. Did I need to go for the garlic bread? Not really. Not really. So that could be classed as an unnecessary trip, really, couldn't it? You know. So there, I have put myself slightly at risk. Was I at risk as much as going down to Sainsbury's at 11 o'clock in the morning? Probably not. But still, I did put myself slightly at a little bit of risk there, rather than not go at all, didn't I? It's true. True. So Wicks was indeed open yesterday. I didn't really stop to see what people were buying. My guess is there can't be that many people with a hole in their roof or with a burst water tank. They were probably getting packets of earth and paint and stuff like that. And that is unnecessary, isn't it? They've chosen to take that risk. And also to put other people at risk as well. They've chosen to do that. Whereas you could have sat at home. I'm sure you can get bags of earth on internet. Internet. There was a bit of northern coming out of me there, wasn't it, eh? On the internet, I'm sure you can get bags of earth. You can certainly get paint, brushes, all that delivered on Amazon, can't you? Or many other places on perhaps a Google shopping site or something like that. Probably bags of earth you could have it delivered as well. You want to sort of go down browsing at the plants in B&Q. Well, I mean, I know plants you can buy lots of plants online. Although I must say, when I've bought plants online, they don't tend to be as good as going down to the garden centre. So Wicks is open, but not B&Q. It says shoppers planning. This is on the Sun today. Shoppers planning on doing some home improvement over the long Easter weekend need to be aware that B&Q stores aren't open for browsing. Okay, so they're not open, but you can do collections. It says B&Q stores themselves have been closed for a couple of weeks now for browsing, but customers can order items online and pick them up using click and collect. Now, I've only just I never really knew what click and collect was until this week. Someone explained it to me this week or last week, and like all the stores do them. So if you can't get a delivery, right? You can usually get a click and collect. So I'm sure some of you have gone on Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Asda, all these, trying to get a delivery stop, but nigh impossible. Everyone's doing it. But you seem to be able to do click and collect. So you do all your shopping list, a button there, and then they sort it all out for you. And then you go to I've never done this before. I still haven't done it. Then you go to your local Asda, whatever. And there it is. It's already in a box or something like that. And then you pick up the box, put it in your car, bye-bye, pay for it, I suppose, with a credit card. One of the shops, who was it said someone's not taking cash? Is it Waitrose? Or it might be a few of them now. Some of them aren't taking cash because this stuff lives on the cash. Anyway, back to the B&Q. It says you can order your items online anytime. Most stores are open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Easter Saturday and Easter Monday for you to pick up your items. And it says, when can I collect my order? B&Q has urged customers not to visit their local store until they have been contacted, confirming that the order is ready for collection. So maybe they space it out. So you've got your collection at, 10 o'clock. Next person at 10 past 10. Next person at 12. Maybe they've spaced it out like that. I don't know. It says, while it says it aims to offer next day delivery, it says orders are taking a few days to process due to high demand. So you might not get your things in time for this. Well, you'll be too late now anyway. B&Q's home delivery service is also still running. If the item you want can be delivered, B&Q charges £5 for next day delivery, or it's free for orders over £50. Now that could be useful for me because I could do with a few bags of earth, to be honest. I've only got like a bag of earth left and I want to redo my hanging baskets. I might remember I've got these geraniums in the hanging baskets and they're like 3 years old now and they map for, I don't know, maybe they're hardy and they go through the winter, they're still there. And then you start getting little flowers. Well, to make them, of course, there's a lot of dead bits in there now as well. So really, you want to change the earth in those hanging baskets because it's not like the earth in your garden, You've got to change. The earth will be exhausted from its nutrients and things like that, wouldn't it? I mean, I changed it last year. Yeah, I should change that earth again. It doesn't take long. It gives you something to do anyway, doesn't it? Take down your hanging baskets and put them back up again. Give them a good water. So there we are. You can still order something on the website as well. You don't want to be going. You're not supposed to be going out anyway. In the Daily Mail this morning, police and military boats are going to patrol the south coast beaches this weekend, with officers using megaphones to shout at. Here's a new word for you: Cove Idiots. That's a good word, isn't it? Cove Idiots. We like that word. Cove Idiots. They're going to shout at Cove Idiots who flout social distancing and lockdown rules. You can't be sitting on there on the beach or playing football with a load of mates. How many times do people have to be told? The Met Office says it's going to be about 78 degrees here in London, or just down the road in London this weekend, which is about 23, 24 centigrade. And they're out with loudspeakers telling people, forget the speakers. Let's see some tasers, dear. Tasers. They need to be tasered. Absolutely. Pain and suffering. That's what we need. Taser them, dear. It's the only thing these people understand. Tasering. Dear me. Right, let's see what people are saying there. Michael, here in Queensland, the infection rate has gone down from 1 in 10 to 1 in 20 chances of catching it. That's good news, isn't it? That's very good news. But not low enough. It's got to go down further. The worst thing they can do is take the lid off it too early. Very bad news. Gary Owen, all streaming services turn down their bit rates. Right. Okay. That was a while ago, wasn't it? That was a while ago, I think that was. Shania's just packing away her food shopping. She's been shopping, have you, my love? Or did it come on a delivery? Actually, let's scroll up and start at the top, because sometimes otherwise it doesn't make sense, does it? The messages come through. There's my sister. Morning, Sharon. She made these. She made these. 4 have gone out, Sharon. 4 were sent out yesterday. Claire, I got your address, as you know, darling. All right. George Bond, sausage rolls and Easter cake. Do you want to see what George has made? Yeah, he's been doing some baking himself. Look, George has made these. George Bond. There you go. Look at those. Look nice, don't they? Dead animal rolls and Christmas and Easter cakes. Are they little chickens on there? Well done, George. You're very good at that, aren't you? Look at the way that's all been iced now. Can I just say, you've got a rather clean kitchen as well. I wish mine was clean like that. No, it is actually clean at the moment. My kitchen's very clean. It's never been so clean. Honestly, it hasn't. And I've learnt, and the ladies, you've probably been doing this for years, I suppose. I've now learnt to put a piece of tin foil in the bottom of the grill. Now, I don't have to keep washing the damn thing all the time. It's a little bit caked in like black burnt stuff at the moment. I could do with some of that acid stuff to just leave in it for a while. Viacal isn't really, I don't think it's going to be strong enough for that, is it? I need some sort of acid stuff to put in my grill thing. Then once it's done, it'll be great. I had a bloke come out and clean the oven once. 50 quid it was. That's about, must be about 5 or 6 years ago now. Done a blooming good job as well, I must say. Very good job. And he had this like bag, and he put the things in the oven. You know, those metal wire shelf things. He put all these things in this bag and then put something in there, shook the bag and left it outside, come back all sparkling and nice and clean. To be honest, if we weren't having the lockdown at the moment, I'd have him in again. You know, done a very, very good job for that. Very good job. Well done, George, with the cooking there. Thunderstorms later. Yes, I saw that on the news this morning. Thunderstorms possibly later on today. Don't know where. Be quite nice, though, wouldn't it? I hope it happens when I'm in bed for my afternoon nap, my siesta. Holla, holla, siesta. Da, 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 da. We do like a siesta in the afternoon. Even better if there's thunderstorm going on outside at the time with the water battering down on the windows. Although not as nice a sound as rain coming down when you're in a caravan. Oh, that sound. There you are. It needs to be a bit cold. Little bit cold, and you're in bed in your caravan and the rain is banging down on that ceiling. Oh, that is just wonderful, I tell you. As long as you haven't got a leak. There you are. Let's hope B&Q is open after all. I could do with it. I might order some earth on B&Q, actually. It says I'm not going to spend 50 quid on it, though. Got to be careful what I'm spending at the moment. Money is a bit tight. Good morning to Michael Lawrence. Morning. Hello to Happy TV. Happy TV, you're new. Welcome along to the show. I've been wearing boxers on my face. No one has noticed. There's some very strange people outside, Mr. Happy TV. David, you're not too late for Enter Tomorrow Bingo. Don't worry about that, David. You'll be added as soon as I finish the show. You're in for tomorrow, David. Worry not, my friend, okay? 8 o'clock, the bingo starts tomorrow night. Anyone else who wants to join in the bingo and hasn't registered, you only need to register once, okay? Once you've registered, that's it. You're in the system until either you tell me you want to come out of the system and I take you off straight away, or if you win and don't claim your prize, you'll also be taken off. Otherwise, it clogs up the top and bingo takes longer than it should do, all right? Those are the only times you'll come off the system or have some sort of terrible breakdown. Well, I'm having one now, can't you tell? I have a breakdown every single day on this programme live. It's true. Thank you very much. There's Jack. I had terrible sleeping last night. Terrible. Could not get to sleep last night. Even laying next to my beloved Jack there. I do. I sleep with him. I put his paws around me. And talking of paws, guess what I saw last night? Paddington 2. Yeah, on the BBC iPlayer. Which is a bit odd, because usually they don't put films on there. Oh, hang on a minute. I think it's a BBC film, isn't it? That's probably why. Paddington 2. Did you see it last night? Oh, how blooming wonderful that was. Hour and a half of pure enjoyment. You know, no swearing, no sex, just lovely family film. Perfect for Good Friday. I loved it. Paddington, I have to say I bawled my eyes out at the end. There I was crying. Just as I started crying, someone rang me on FaceTime. Oh, it was Chris, DJ Chris, who's got the coronavirus at the moment. And 3 days he's had it quite bad. He says he's starting to feel better already. So that's good news. Very good news for him. But you've got to watch it. If you didn't see it last night, please watch Paddington 2. You get some beautiful scenes of London in that. Oh, and those houses. The big white houses in the middle of London. Was it look a bit like Sussex Gardens or somewhere like that? In sort of West 2, perhaps Chelsea area. Beautiful. What a wonderful film that is. And the end of it. Oh, don't. It's all coming back to me now. It's all coming back. Do give that a watch, okay? Paddington 2 now on the BBC iPlayer. Wonderful. Morning to Mark Cording. Good morning to you. Oh, do you know Easter Saturday? Of course it is. I've still got my Good Friday picture up there on the Facebook, haven't I? Morning to you, Mark Cording. Hello to Fran. Says they're brilliant. These masks are brilliant. Fran, yours is in the post now, my darling. That'll be picked up this afternoon. I think it is 12:50, 9 o'clock. I think they got a pick up there. So I reckon you'll have that Tuesday or Wednesday. I reckon. Sometimes things do take a little bit longer to come through for some reason. I give everything a couple of weeks at the moment. Sean, most of the girls I know carry bottles of gin. Yeah, you as well, probably, Sean. Are you a bit of an alky, are you, mate? Mark thinks the lockdown to the end of May. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes on longer than that. I'm quite happy with the lockdown, Mark. Very happy, dear. The worst thing they can do is take the lid off it too early, and then you'll get a surge, and it'd be even worse than it is now. Tell you that now. Morning to Adrian Richardson. Good morning. Claire. It's wonderfully quiet out there, isn't it? I can walk the Surrey Hills with the dogs and hardly see a soul. Beautiful. Beautiful. Chris the Builder, Mark Bowles would love that picture. He's not here today, is he, Mark Bowles? Mark's not here today. I don't know where Mark is this morning. The range also sells food. I didn't know that. Didn't know that, Fran. Thank you very much. Because we have a range here. It used to be a Tesco's Extra, and that closed. That closed and it became a range. I bought a TV from there. One of those unbranded ones, you know. Techno or something. Not Technics. Techno. Tekno, I think it was. From Tesco's Extra. Anyway, I only had it a year. Just at about month 13, it just went wrong. Wouldn't come on. Nothing. No light, nothing. So I rang them up and said, I know I'm out of... this is Tesco's. I know I'm out of guarantee now. It's a 1-year guarantee and I don't have an extended warranty. However, your telly has stopped working. I've had it for 13 months. Is there anything you can do? And within a week, they sent me a cheque for £300. Can't complain at that. Can't complain at that. Thank you very much. Cashed a check. Went and bought another TV from Tesco's, but branded. LG, I think it was. And that's the one that's still in my bedroom, I don't know, 10 years later. Yeah. Sometimes it's not a good thing to... I know you can get really good deals on like 50, 60, 70, 50, 60, 65-inch tellies, unbranded ones, you know, really good deals. Few £100, 200 quid, 300 quid. But I have learnt before, you buy sometimes, and I think there's been a couple of things over the years where I've bought an unbranded one and it's just died within just outside its warranty period. Where the stuff like, I don't know, Sony and LG, Sanyo, they seem to go on for ages, don't they? You know. I do question sometimes the whole extended warranty thing. I think maybe for a washing machine or a dishwasher, because there's lots of moving parts. But when it comes to a TV, hi-fi system, you know, I don't know, really. I don't really have extended warranties for... I don't think I've got one on anything now, come to think of it. They've all expired, even the washing machine, because the washing machine's quite old now. Indesit. Oh, no, it's a John Lewis, my washing machine. John Lewis one. Mark, lockdown is boring, but mostly great stuff on TV. Britain Got Talent, you're having a laugh. Great stuff. Britain's Got Talent. I mean, I don't mind the people on the stage. It's the judging I can't stand. I can't stand the whole idea of having to have blooming judges in front of people all the time. Can't we just see the talent, have a host, let's see the talent, and let's move on to the next one? Don't understand why we have to have all these judges all the time doing stuff. Mick went for a drive yesterday, got ridiculed by people on Facebook, even though I never got out of the car. Gosh. LaBelle, Fairy Lights. Sounds like a gay brand of cigarettes. You might have a thing there, LaBelle. Bring them out, dear. You could make a fortune, my dear. Is that what that white stuff is? That silicone that goes around baths and things like that. Rachel's got a big lighthouse in the garden. White light looks great, spinning around at night. I have a lighthouse outside, actually. I think my sister got it for me one Christmas. And it did have a solar LED in it, but that doesn't come on anymore for some reason. I don't know why. I could put a little fairy light. It wouldn't be too difficult to repair that, would it? Good morning to Adam LaPlumber. Morning to you, sir. I'm just gonna scroll down here. Good morning to Heidi Oliver. Morning, Heidi. Morning to you. Fun thing to do with tech. Morrison's have removed all their restrictions on buying bulk. Yeah, because people have got the stuff now. I mean, you can only fit so many toilet rolls into a house, can't you? I had a whole cupboard full of them when I was nicking them from work. Literally, I had a whole... Every time I went to work, I'd nick another 3 rolls. It was full of them. I've got none left now. Here's a question for you. What did you use to nick from work? Come on, be honest. I want to know what you used to nick from work. Good morning to Maureen. Where's the monkey shorts gone? I took them off. They kept falling down, so I took them off. Shania's just... Oh, I've read that. Shania food shopping. Where are we going? Adrian, I think Tesco's TV couldn't cope with all the rubbish you were watching, the porn. No, it wasn't a smart TV. It wasn't a smart TV. This one is. I get plenty on that one, but not the old one. Tony King, an idiot near me, continued to go for a drive. Had an accident last week. He was okay. Is now frightened he was infected in the hospital. Yeah, well, we've heard stories about that. Wasn't there a chap who died... No, one of my friends, actually. He's in hospital with cancer. Martin, his name is. Nice chap he is, and he's lost an awful lot of weight. Chemo and all that, this, that and the other. And then he became very ill in the isolation thing that he was in. And then started getting a bit better. So he's thinking it's the cancer and all that business. And they took him out and put him in a COVID-19 recovery ward. And it's like, why are you taking me in here? You've had COVID-19. I said, well, why didn't you tell me? Because you were so stressed out anyway, we didn't want to make it any worse. And you can understand that. I'm a believer in that. I don't believe you should tell someone, hello, you're likely to die. You've just removed all their hope. Why would you do that? I don't want to know I'm going to die. Thank you very much. No. When someone's in hospital, you want to give them as much... Even if you've been told, they're going to be dead in an hour. Don't tell them that. Why would you want to tell them that? Frighten the life out of people before they actually go. Awful. By the way, these came in the post. Look at these. These are for the bingo tomorrow night. The first and second games are for little things like this. You can win either a keyring or a pen or one of these. These are little fridge magnets. Now, I've mentioned these yesterday. The magneticism on it, is that even a word, is not as good as the other things, right? Look, there you go. It'll stay on there, but it's a bit weak. Okay? But flat on a fridge, they're perfectly all right. They shouldn't come off. All right? So it will stick, as you can see, right? But look, okay? They come off quite easy. Whereas the fridge magnets for the weekly raffle, right? They don't come off so easy. Look, they stick there. So they are first and second game prizes tomorrow. All right? Or you could have a combination of all three things. If you won the main prize, you could select to have all three of those. There you go. That's something new, isn't it? All right, so there's a load of those just arrived there. They're quite thin. They're not as thin as paper, and there's a slight magnetic thing, so you can put those on your fridge. These are not available to buy. It says on there, I'm a Chris Reardon bingo winner, so you can only get one of those if you win. No doubt Shania is desperate for one of those now, aren't you, Di? Shania's hoping to win one of the clocks, aren't you, my love? Yes, indeed. Right, cheap tat again. Cheap tat. Toot. It's toot. Toot. Who wants to buy my toot? Laps, monitors, keyboards. No, I don't nick anything from Central Station. Absolutely not. No, that's the team effort there. It wasn't from there. I'd never tell you. Come on. What have you nicked from work? Let's see if anyone's saying anything here. I think hair looks good. Oh, I haven't done it again yet. It could be, it's going at the side. It goes here first. Oh, hang on. Which day are that? That's the bit that, when it becomes obvious that it needs to be done, it seems to be this bit here that indicates to me when it needs to be done again. I'm okay at the moment, I think. Might have a little bit of a trim. I've got to try and straighten that up or something there at the front there, maybe. No, Rachel, I think it's dead, that the little battery light in there. I might take it apart and have a look at it. It's a nice little thing. My sister bought it for me some time ago. I think it was for a Christmas present, some bits and pieces for the garden. I'm sure it was her. And the little light would come on that night. It doesn't come on anymore. It's a pretty thing. John Paris, cartridges, printing paper, stationery, office furniture. No wonder Lloyd's went bankrupt. Love it. I love it. Is that how you've kitted out your caravan, John? Oh dear, John. I think I asked you before. What heating? Have you got central heating there? What heating have you? Didn't you ask me what heating I had before you had something installed? What heating have you got in your caravan there? Paul and Lou nicked pencils, paper, coffee paper, cardboard boxes. Morning to John Aitken, sitting in the sun today. He's taking us out in the sun. John, laptops, monitors, keyboards, blimey. You could have set up your own shop, John. You could have a little table outside your caravan. Some of the people do that, don't they? Where they make their own, like, jams. And my sister makes jams. She's a very good cook. She's a very good cook. She makes jams and what's that stuff? Lemon paste stuff. Lemon curd. And I think she does marmalade. Oh, she does beautiful marmalade. Beautiful marmalade. And fudge. She tries fudge. Well, there was something that she did that didn't come out right. What was it? Oh, tomato sauce. Yeah, it was a bit really, really runny, just for whatever reason. Don't know why. But she has a go, you know. You know, like yourselves. I have great time, you know, if you start doing cooking or baking or something like that and it comes out wrong, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You had a go. Doesn't matter. You know, it's like these kids and go and play football and that or whatever. Athletics. Yeah, you see the kid at the back. He's running along, bless his heart, and he tries to jump over that horse in the gym. How much did you hate that? Oh, God, the horse in the gym. I hated that. Couldn't get over the blooming thing. How did these lads used to be jumping over this thing? I can't get over it. But, you know, you see some of these children and they're running along there and then they jump and they whack their heads on the front of it because they haven't been able to jump up high enough. But they had a go. Top marks, have a go. People come to the karaoke. You get certain people sing the same old songs time and time again, and they do nothing new. And then they might try a new one, and it fails dismally. But it doesn't matter. They had a go. They had a go, and I'm a great believer in people that have goes at things. Some people are good at stuff, like Mick with his baking. Mick does very good baking. He sent in some more pictures of his cakes there. Look at those. I don't know what they're called. They're like they look like a little bit like shells, don't they? Oysters. Look a bit like oysters. They look absolutely delicious. Look at those. Mick does those. There's another one of Micks Cakes there. Look, I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like, I don't know. On top there, they look like chocolates. Possibly that have come out of a box, but he's made the thing underneath. I'm not quite sure what that is. So perhaps you'll enlighten as to what that one is there, Mick. Yeah, see? People who are good at doing stuff. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Where are we now? Let's have a look. Sorry. Adrian, I'd like to be told I'm going to die so I can rush out and buy lots of money and not pay it back for all once 6 cents of humour of mine. I know, funnily enough, whose name will remain nameless, but I know a bloke who's roughly the same age as mine, and he was able to get his pension at 55. I was able to get my private pension at 55, but I put it back in. I've got one of those, what are they called, tie-down things? Tie down, not tie down. Not tied, drawdown. I've got drawdown there. So if I wanted some money, I could just say, oh, hello, could you send me some, whatever amount of money? And they say, okay, we'll send you a form. They send you a form, sign a bit of form, send the money back, bang, goes into your account. And you are taxed on it, of course. You don't want to touch it unless you absolutely have to. And there was a occasion last year, and I thought, do you know, why don't I just spend some of that money? And I rang him up. And I said, do you know, I think I'd like a little bit of money out, please. He said, okay. He said, that's fine, and we can do that for you. He said, can I just ask you one thing before you do that? Could you do this out of your savings? I said, well, yeah. He said, right, do that then. You're better off doing that. You're better off doing those out of your savings. Leave your pension where it is unless you absolutely have to. Okay. So I put the phone down, did it out of my savings. But there's another bloke who's a little bit about my age who decided that he had a bit of bad luck, and he bought this house, another house in Poole in Dorset. Lovely place. Dorset, not necessarily. I don't know what Poole's like anymore. Anyway, so he got this builder to do all this stuff, and the builder said, yep, that's okay then, and then paid him. Guess what? Never saw the builder again. He paid him before the work, but he learned from that. And he then had to take out his pension money that was his pension money, I think. I'm sure that was his pension money. He took out all of it to do up this house to rent it out. Well, of course, that's gone now. So then he started taking loans out, and he says, Chris, he said, you should spend your money. He said, because you never know what's around the corner. He said, I've borrowed loads of money now because I know when I die, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What are they going to do? So there is another way of thinking like that. Unfortunately, I was brought up by a man, my father and mother, who were very, very good at saving. They were very good at saving and not buying things unnecessarily. There was no loan for a settee. You know, they didn't borrow money to go on holiday. They would save up for these things. In those days, of course, you had a television that you rented. Some stuff, there was no washing. We didn't have a washing machine or anything like that. But they taught me to save up for stuff and never, ever to waste things. I wouldn't have some like harebrained scheme, get rich quick scheme that so many people have got. So many of them. And then they go and spend vast sums of money on something, I don't know what. They might have seen someone DJing. They might have seen someone DJing. Oh, right, I'll go and do that then. And then they go and buy all this stuff. And they set up and start DJing and suddenly realise they can't do it. Or for whatever reason, it doesn't work for them. But they've spent all that money. See? And it's all gone. It's all gone. I'm very cautious. It's like when you sign up for the private pension thing, you know, what was that, 30 years ago? They ask you questions, you know, what sort of risk do you want to take? And mine, you know, it might be, you know, as no risk at all, A, down to a lot of risk, E. Well, I'd be on the A or the B. Yeah, I'm very, very cautious. That probably means I won't ever be filthy, stinking rich because I won't take the risk, but I'll be okay. That's all I want. I just want to be okay and be able to do what I do, you know. But so many people, they just they get these. I get rich. But the amount of people that used to come up to me. Oh, Chris. All right, Chris. You're careful with your money, aren't you? I said, yes, I am. Oh, I've got this new thing. I'm gonna invest into some building. You can come in as well. Or come in as well with us if you want. No, thank you. Oh, well, but you'll make loads of money. No interest in making loads of money. What for? What for? What am I going to spend it on? Got enough now? That's it. That's all I need. And then you take the risk. You would risk that. Risk that. Don't. It's not worth risking. But if you want to be filthy, stinking rich, you've either got to be very clever, very lucky, you know, one of those two things, I think. Or have a really good paying job, whatever. Poor John, his hay fever's started. Do you know, my asthma's dropped down a bit. It's been pretty bad over the last couple of months, actually. Like that blue thing is like, you know, many times a day. The last couple of days, since the weather has warmed up, it's got a lot less. So I don't think I have a problem with pollen, and like so many of you do, and I do feel for you. John, BT went under due to the bog roll theft. Did you work for them, BT? I never nicked it from them. Micks had his hair done. Mandy shaved mine the other day. So John's got central heating. Okay, don't use it. Okay. Split wall units. That's what I've got, John. Yeah, I've got those. The big fan outside, and you've got the units inside. Now, I have one fan controlling the two units. If I was to do it again, I'd probably go for two fans, because if one breaks down, you've got nothing. And if you've still got two and one is still although I don't know how that would put a strain on your electricity, the amps coming in. You might only be able to have one fan. You'd have to look at that first, John. Okay, but it is dear to have gas central heating. Lots of people looking at those cakes, enjoying them. McVinney's World Shells, is that what they are? Let's have another look. Viennese, that must be the fat one. Viennese, what did you say? Viennese World Shells. Isn't that difficult to say? Viennese World Shells. And that's a chocolate aero cheesecake. I see. So there are little bits of aero on top there. Chocolate. I do like a cheesecake. Oh my God. With cheesecakes, I've got to tell you, my eyes can be bigger than my stomach. There's a New York cheesecake. I think Sainsbury's possibly. Maybe they all do this. New York, and it's delicious. Oh, wow. And you get this thing and you open it. And, you know, like I said the other day, you don't want a Starbucks slice, do you? Why would you want like about an inch over? No. So you get your cheesecake home from Sainsbury's or wherever, or if someone like Mick, they'll cook one. I'll get it back from Sainsbury's and I'll have a slice of that now. A quarter. A quarter. I'm serious. A quarter. And I'm like, absolutely delicious. And you're eating, and you get, and then it gets to the point you think, oh God, I've still got all that to eat, and you don't really want it anymore. As delicious as it is, you just can't eat anymore. That's a similar thing to my my nephew's wife's hot chocolate. She does this hot chocolate in a slow cooker, proper bars of chocolate put in it and powder, cream and milk, and it is absolutely delicious in a mug. Absolutely delicious. You cannot fault it. But let me tell you, getting to the bottom of that mug and you think, I don't think I can drink any more of this. Funny, isn't it? Is there any other foods like that? Where you you love the taste, but you just can't eat any more. Is it like a sugar overload or something, I suppose? I don't know. Possibly George has done his hair as well. Do you have to be ruthless to be rich? Yeah, I suppose you do, really. Is that old blooming Branson is asking for a bailout, isn't he? Yeah, just sell one of your islands, mate. Dear me. I could find a rich sugar daddy, says Michael. I think I'm a bit old for that. Michael, why don't you make cakes? Well, you've got to have all the ingredients, haven't you? I've got no ingredients here for cakes at the moment. There's no one can get any flour. I haven't even got any sugar, actually. I put honey in my porridge, usually. Although I've been having a hot cross buns the last couple of days. I had hot cross buns again this morning. 3 of them. I did another little search for Lilly Beatle count yesterday. 3 Lilly Beatles discovered and crushed yesterday from my lily plants. They hide. I noticed they're starting to hide now in between the leaves, and you have to sort of pull the leaves down and discover them. There were 2 of them having sex last night on my leaf. Got them both with one go. Like that. Evil Lilly Beatles. Get rid of them, dear. The other place I went past Audi yesterday as well on my bike on the way home, and that had a bit of a queue. Must have been 10 people, going all the way down the road with this queue there. The Good Friday service yesterday, I watched that on the telly. As I said at the beginning of the show, they only do it on Facebook Live, but I managed to get it up on YouTube by getting technical things working in here, and that did work, so I was able to watch it downstairs, although it did freeze a couple of times, so I had to come back up here and reset it and start again. But I think I had the wrong setting on there, so I might work next time. Then I got another email from Echo. Now Echo, I don't know if Gavin's still with us at the moment. Echo are the people that do my have taken over my prescriptions. And I got this email. I've had it twice now saying, we've got your prescription. We've contacted the doctor twice now and they still haven't got back to us. So I rang up the doctor and the prescription lady answered. Dorothy's her name. Very helpful, Dorothy. And explained her the problem. She said, oh, well, that's okay. I'll sort it out this end. She says, yes, I can see it says on here, Echo. I don't know. We don't seem to have had the prescription from them yet. But they were saying that they'd sent it over and no one's responded. So she said, I'll sort that out now. And about an hour later, I got a text from Echo saying, we've received your prescription now and we'll be dealing with that. So that's excellent. Don't have to go to the chemist now. It just comes in a letter. It just gets delivered. How fantastic, isn't it? Michael, at least the poor Lilly Beatle went out with a bang. Yes. John Aiken, don't talk about chocolate. I put on £6 in 3 weeks. Naughty. George is making a trifle yesterday. Yeah, he's going to do a trifle as well, so we'll see a picture of that as well. No doubt if he sends that in, all right? The other thing I watched last night, I watched another episode of Mother, Father, Son. That's a really good series on the iPlayer, Mother, Father, Son. Okay, I told you about Paddington 2. I had 2 nice FaceTimes and a nice conversation with my nephew, Gary, and his wife and the children yesterday. That was last night. And this morning I've had a nice FaceTime with my niece over in Cyprus. They're out of lockdown now. They're allowed out now. Because they've been... I'm sorry, my nose is... I think I've got a little hair up there somewhere. I'll have to get my zzz thing, which is irritating the inside of my nostril. That's why I keep touching my nose like that. So that was nice. Yeah, they're out of lockdown now in Cyprus, so allowed to go to the shops now. They've been... Because they came over here for a holiday. Remember Euro Disney? But of course we weren't able to go, unfortunately. So they went back there. But because they'd been here, they then had to go in lockdown for 14 days. And then a couple of them developed coughs, but it wasn't that. It was something else. So they're okay now. So they're happy now. And the other thing I did yesterday, I made 2 TikTok videos yesterday. One has got a little bit of swearing in it. You know, that's on my TikTok. My TikTok is Chris Reardon UK. All right, TikTok, Chris Reardon UK. Download the app. Look for me. Look for LaBelle. I think George Bonder's got TikToks up there as well as many more of you. Lots of people going on there now. TikTok's fantastic. Fantastic. So much talent on there. Good. Let's have a look here. In the Sun. Now, weird people. We do like stories of weird people, but sometimes they're just weird and you think, why would you want to do that? Miles Stevenson, do you know him? No, I didn't know either. Apparently, he was in Oh, it says Rack Sue. Miles. Now, I recognise his face. I think it's been on amateur. No, not amateur. On like a Big Brother or some one of those awful types of shows, Big Brother or something like that. He's very, very good looking. Miles Stevenson has revealed Now, I don't know if this is going to be any of you, in the weeks to come, because I know some of you are gradually going mad in your homes, aren't you? Possibly helped along by the fact that you watch this load of old cobblers. Miles Stevenson has revealed deranged fans. Are you a deranged fan of me? Are you? Deranged fans tried to buy his used underwear and jars of his spit during the height of his fame. The Rack Sue singer, who appeared on last night's I'm a Celebrity. Oh, I didn't know it was on. Is that on there? Is that the jungle thing? Is it on again, the jungle thing? I beg your pardon. The Rack Sue singer, who appeared on last year's I'm a Celebrity, spoke to television presenter on Instagram Live about the weirdest fan requests that he's had. And he is quite good looking, this boy. And some fans even asked him to urinate on them. He said, for me, I was 25, turning 26, and the X Factor, he was on X Factor, was he? Was madness. The DMs were popping off. The girls were off it. I don't understand what DMs have got to do with anything. As in Dr. Martin Boots. What does he mean? It's just like another language some of these kids talk. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. The DMs were popping off. What, someone was taking his shoes off? The girls were off it. Off what? Does that sentence make... Is it me? For me, I'll read this here. For me, I was 25 turning 26 and the X Factor was madness. Okay. The DMs were popping off. The girls were off it. Well, I don't know what that means. Oh, dear. The messages asking for used underwear or for me to wee on someone, that was pretty epic. I didn't follow through with it, though. I didn't do it. They wanted me to spit in a jar, seal it, and send it to them. But while Miles wouldn't do some of the weirder requests, he did happily comply with a tattoo request. He added, one I was excited by, but I was bugged out by when we did the X Factor tour, we did VIP meet and greets. It's just like a love of language, isn't it? A girl bought a Sharpie pen. What's one of those? A Sharpie pen, but she wanted to sign on her rib cage for a tattoo. The boys did a small one. I did a giant one across her entire left side, and she got it tattooed. Well, did a what? Oh, your signature. So she got your signature tattooed on her what? On her entire left side. Well, I bet her future boyfriend would be pleased to see that. Oh, dear. Miles also gave hope for Rack Sue fans that their tour would go ahead after the band had to postpone it after his near-fatal snowboarding accident. Oh, with a snowboarder, they're just mad. I mean, very talented snowboarders and skiers. To be able to hurtle down the sides of mountains, with your 2 feet on a piece of wood, basically. How do you do that? Why would you want to do that? You see them on the telly, don't you, on the Olympics things and all that. It's very clever. I can't do anything like that. I'm just about to get on a sledge. Just about to get my fat bum on a sledge, dear. Hangs over either side of it. Very painful if you hit ice. Oh, dear. So there we are. I mean, oh, God, these people are deranged. Does anyone want any of my bits and pieces? Would you like a lock of hair? Oh, sorry, there's none to give. Hey, Michael Pullman's got TikTok as well. Oh, your username is _space_87. What a strange username, my dear. Strange username. Now, we've got asteroids coming towards us now. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? It just gets worse and worse. Asteroids are coming towards us in the sun again today. 4 asteroids will skim past Earth today. In a is it today or tomorrow? 1 minute. 10, 11. Yes, today. 4 asteroids are going to skim past us, boys and girls. The space rocks are travelling at 57,000 miles an hour. And the largest of the bunch is as tall as the Empire State Building. NASA has classed the asteroids as near-Earth objects and is keeping them under constant supervision. So don't go out without an umbrella. Not that you should be going out anyway. Very dangerous. Tens of thousands of near-Earth objects are tracked by scientists to ensure they don't collide with our planet. One small change to their trajectories could spell disaster for our planet. Well, what can't be much worse than it is now. At least it'll be over quickly. Dear me. I said that to someone, not in a joking way, but, you know, with this awful virus, which most of us will recover from. They keep telling us that, don't they? But for those people that don't, it's not a very nice death, is it? It really isn't. My nose is itching like mad. It's the outside of it now that's itching. Gosh, is there a spot coming up? I've got a spot coming up. I've got a spot coming up there, have I, something? See, teenage spots, I still get them. Adam, have you seen any of my TikToks? I didn't know you had them, Adam. Oh, you got some as well? See, we're all on it. I didn't even know you had TikToks there, Adam. TikToks. Rachel's got TikToks. Put your usernames up there, boys and girls. Let's see some usernames up there. Killer Hornets did it yesterday. John, do try and keep up with the show, dear. We've already done that story. The amount of times people come and they suggest things, and we've already done them. Why is that? Because you're not paying full attention to the show, dear. You just pop in and out, don't you? It's rude, quite frankly, rude. Try and keep up with the whole show, dear. People don't. 3 days later, oh, did you hear? Yes, already done it. We are leaders on this programme, dear. We don't follow anyone, dear. Leaders. Like Boris, we are a leader. A leader. Anyway, this thing will pass Earth at around 7:15 a.m. British summertime. Oh, so it's already gone. How disappointed I would have been out there looking for that. You see, they report all these asteroids. You never see them, do you? Have you ever looked up into the sky? Do you ever see one of these large asteroids going past? No. Now and again, you'll see a satellite go over. Have you ever seen satellites going over? Oh, it's brilliant. Right? You've got to be somewhere where there's no street lights to be able to see them because they can be quite dim. Right? Lay on your back. A lot of you do that quite often from what I gathered. Lay on your back and look up into the sky. Right? Focus on the same area. Because if you start looking all over the place, you'll miss it. Focus on the same area and just wait. Just keep looking up there. 10 minutes. And eventually you'll see a very slow-moving object coming over, and that will be a satellite. Yeah, I see loads of them at my caravan in Lincolnshire. Loads of them. They just stand there looking at these things going slowly across. And if you see a really bright one, that's probably the Skylab thing, isn't it? Morning, Trevor. Hello to you, Trevor. Morning. Love this story. These people with the money, they think they can just do anything, don't they? Again in the Sun this morning, rich City of London lockdown louts have been kicked out of France for taking a private jet to a holiday to romp with escort girls. 7 men in their 40s and 50s and 3 women in their 20s, dirty old gits, were stopped by outraged French police after their jet touchdown at Marseille Province Airport. That's outrageous. The men all seem to be said to be city types working in the UK, planned to lock down in a Cannes villa with the women. French police refused to let them get off the plane and turned it around and sent them back again. I should blooming well think so as well. Outrageous. Who do they think they are? Getting on a plane just because you got the money and you think you can go where you are? That's wrong, isn't it? We're going to do the raffle tickets in a moment, boys and girls. All right. Meanwhile, There's a story in the Daily Mirror this morning, and you want to see some of these pictures. I'll tweet this one. My Twitter is Chris Reardon UK. Right, let's just tweet that. Just tweet that. There you go. Tweet it. Tweet it. Okay, I've tweeted this story here. Ordinary homes hide incredible mansion. 26 feet under the ground with garden and pool. A truly unique home is on sale with an eye-watering price of more than £14 million. Don't think I'll be able to afford that one. And it comes with an incredible twist. A street view of the property location in Las Vegas may appear to show a very ordinary looking home. But the one on the market is actually sitting 26 feet under the surface of the ground. It's 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom home, built in 1978, so not that old, was described as a 15,000 square concrete and steel rectangular shaped doomsday bunker, which is accessed by a lift. And what happens in these places, you know, like you go in these bunkers, they're all serviced by lifts. What if the electric goes out? Is there like a handle or something that you'd have to turn? Photos of the home's sprawling underground garden shows fake trees extending up to the bunker with a swimming pool, dance floor, putting green and barbecue disguised as a rock. And it's what they've done this thing underground, and they've painted the ceiling like it's a sky. And they got fake, but I can't stand fake plants, plastic and trees and pools. It looks ever so nice, to be honest. It really does. And there's one of those, a barbecue. It must have good air suction, mustn't it? Every wall is painted in incredible detail to resemble views of mountains, cityscapes, wildlife, and even a garden path with visitors waiting at the gate in the distance. With the garden receiving no natural light, it comes complete with settings to stimulate day, dusk, dawn and night modes. Moving inside, the pink and white themed kitchen, which may need a bit of a revamp, comes with loud pink curtains. Nothing wrong with loud pink curtains. In front of a window, looking out of a painting of a wooden structure. So, the pink. Oh, I say, they got a pink bathroom as well. I love it, dear. Bright colours. And the kitchen is pink. It's like, say you've got the cupboard doors are like a rose white, like a white with a bit of red, like a very dark, like a very light red, but around them they've got pink, like a line going around each. Oh, I love it! I wish I could show you this. The outdoor landscapes are illuminated by a 4-coloured lighting system, reproducing the time of the day of your choosing. I love this. Love this kitchen. It's all pink, and the tiles are pink as well. We need that. Right, who wants a raffle ticket? Please speak now. I'm ready to give out your raffle tickets for Monday's raffle, gang. Are you ready? Let's have a look. Just a moment, please. Inbox. Let's have a look. There we are. Gavin. Oh, is that George? George. Okay. 718. Don't forget, gang, there's a new rule on the raffle tickets. You must get in your raffle ticket by 6 a.m. the next morning. Otherwise, you won't get one, okay? You must get those in by 6 o'clock the next morning. Right. Dr. SOS Gregorian, 719 for you. I'll do the email ones first. Jason Hughes, 720. Jason Hughes, 720. There's no more text there for me to deal with, is there? One moment. There we go. 721 4. Ba 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 ba. Ba. Colin K, 721. Fran Green, 722. Tony King, 723. Colin Coates, 724. Rachel, 725. 726 for Mick Davenport. Mari Lowe, 727. Scrolling. Scrolling down the river. Mandy Davenport, 728. John Aikins, 729. He sends a little picture of a ticket there. Where'd you get that from? Little picture of a ticket. Michael Palman, 730. Claire, 731. Diane Tebb, 732. Sprinter Van, good morning, Sprinter Van, 723. Sean Pye, 734. Ross Herndine, 735. Just scrolling there. Adrian, 736. Michael Lawrence, 737. Okay, I think I've done all the tickets. If I've missed you out, please speak now, and I shall correct our missing. All right. I love that kitchen. Can I show this to you somehow? I can't. Oh, it's got a copyright thing on it. No, I can't. It's got at the bottom of the picture. It's got someone's name, so I can't show it to you. And that's annoying. That. Any more raffle tickets? Any more for any more? Roll up for the raffle tickets. Meanwhile, I do today's birthdays. We got 9 today. We've got 10 today, actually. Ian Rayner. Good morning, Ian. 58 years old. Ian Rayner. A big happy birthday to you, sir. All right. Matt Phillips today. It's Matt Baby. 30 years old today. Only ever met you once. You came into Central Station with Tony, didn't you? Dear me. Happy birthday, Matt. He's enjoying the sunshine. John McCain is 47 today. Happy birthday to you, John. Scott Miles, who he was a manager at Central Station for a while, 25 now. I think he's working at the O2 now and meeting loads of stars and celebrity type people. None as big as me, of course, unfortunately. But he meets a few of them. Morning, Scott. I became a very good friend. We got on really well, me and Scott. Happy birthday. 25 today. What's that? Camp Cooks. What's that? Camp Cooks. What is that? Is that a business? I think that's a business, that is. Mark Finch today is 34 years old. Happy birthday to you, Mark. Matt Cullen, 28 years today. Mike Sings is 29 years old today. Marco Perazzo is 34 years old today. And Sarah J. Pearson is 49 years old today. Happy birthday, boys and girls. He said, I can't find my birthday video now. Where is it? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Enjoy your birthdays, boys and girls. Maureen, your ticket number today is 738 for Maureen. There's Mark Bowles. I'm glad. Oh, where have you gone? Can you see me? Hello. Where am I? There I am. An unprofessional moment there for you boys and girls. Mark Bowles, your ticket number is 739. Mark, you may not know, you have to get your raffle ticket in request by email if you've not got on the live show by 6 o'clock in the morning, okay? All right, because there was just too many people doing it at the last minute. So 6 o'clock a.m. is the cut-off time for raffle tickets now. All right, Mark? Thank you, darling. Hello to Ryan O'Neill. Ryo, hello to you. You joined us right at the end of the show there. So thank you very much for your comment there. He's back from 2045 Feb 70. I don't know what that means there, but thank you very much for joining us there. Anyway, gang. Yes, if you could leave a little thumbs up on your way out today, that would be much appreciated, boys and girls. And that's it for the show. Thank you very much, for joining us on this Saturday morning. I'll be back with you tomorrow night for the bingo. The bingo starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. 8 o'clock is bingo time. We often start the show a little bit before that, sometimes just a couple of minutes, sometimes half an hour. Just depends when I'm sort of all up and sort of ready to go. So I see you tomorrow night for the bingo. Have a nice Saturday. Casualty on the telly today. Oh, how marvellous, Casualty. And if you still haven't seen it yet, please watch Paddington 2 and have some tissues ready for the end of the show. See you soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.